Cold Mountain, poems by Han-shan, poems 81 to 90. Often I have heard how Emperor Wu of the Han and the first emperor of the Jin before him delighted in tales of immortals and spirits and tried in vain to prolong their lives. Now their golden towers are broken, their palaces have vanished away, while the grave at Mu Ling and the tomb of Mount Li are today a wilderness of weeds. Emperor Wu reigned 140 to 87 BC, and the first emperor reigned 221 to 210 BC, respectively, were buried. At Mount Li. People ask the way to Cold Mountain. Cold Mountain? There is no road that goes through. Even in summer the ice doesn't melt. Though the sun comes out, the fog is blinding. How can you hope to get there by aping me? Your heart and mine are not alike. If your heart were the same as mine, then you could journey to the very centre. The crane, with a twig of bitter peach in his bill, rested but once in 1,000 miles. He wanted to go to the mountain of Pe'eng Lei, and the peach was to serve him as food on the way. Still far from his goal, his feathers dropped off, parted from the flock. His heart grew sad, and when he hurried home to his nest, he found that his wife no longer knew him. A legendary mountainous island in the eastern sea where immortal spirits live, the peach is the food of the immortals. So that's the mountain Pe'eng Lei. With mind as lofty as the mountain peak and self-righteous look, me bow to others, he announces he will lecture on the Vedic canon, having mastered all the writings of the 3 religions. In his heart there is no trace of shame, though he breaks the commandments and ignores the holy laws. My sermons are for men of superior understanding. Few are the priests who can compare with me. Fools all shower him with praise, while wise men clap their hands in mirth. This hoax, this phantom flower of the air, how could he escape from birth and death? Better to understand nothing at all, to sit still and quiet, the ills of the mind. The 3 religions, Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. I came once to sit on Cold Mountain and lingered here for 30 years. Yesterday I went to see relatives and friends. Over half had gone to the Yellow Springs. Bit by bit life fades like a guttering lamp, passes on like a river that never rests. This morning I face my lonely shadow, and before I know it, tears stream down. The clear water sparkles like crystal. You can see through it easily right to the bottom. My mind is free from every thought. Nothing in the myriad realms can move it. Since it cannot be wantonly roused, forever and forever it will stay unchanged. When you have learned to know in this way, you will know there is no inside or out. That is, no duality. Buddhist priests don't keep the commandments. Taoists don't take their immortality pills. Lots of wise men have lived since ancient times. and there they lie under the green hill. By chance I happened to visit an eminent priest among the mist-wrapped mountains piled peak on peak. As he pointed out for me the road home, the moon hung out its single round lamp. In my house there is a cave, and in the cave is nothing at all, pure and wonderfully empty, resplendent with a light like the sun. A meal of greens will do for this old body. A ragged coat will cover this phantom form. Like 1,000 saints appear before me. I have the Buddha of heavenly truth. The cave being the cave of the mind. All your days are like a drunken stupor, but the flowing years never for a moment stand still. When you are buried under the weed-grown turf, how black will be the moon that shines down there. When bones and flesh have rotted and scattered, and the spirit is fading away, then, had you jaws that would bite through iron, how could you intone your Taoist scriptures? According to Chinese belief, the spirit does not die immediately with the body, but only gradually fades away into nothing.